Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. In case you're new here, I'm Sandra, and you might notice we're in a different building, a different environment, and that is because we are at my shop. Because I have a little downtime, the shop is open right now, but it's been kind of slow, so I thought, why not make a holiday wreath while there's no customers in here? So if you find the editing on here, like I'm constantly having to like cut and come back to things, it's okay. That means a customer came in. So yes, we're gonna do a St. Patty's Day wreath. I got, goodness, almost everything is from the Dollar Tree. So this should be a really affordable wreath to make. It should be easy to do. I do have part of it prepped, but I'll go ahead and explain everything as we're working on it. And there is a window, as you can see behind me, so the light's going this way, not this way. So I do apologize if it appears to be a little dark, but yeah, we're gonna get started on this wreath, and let's see how we can do using the mesh is from Paper Mart, but other than that, everything else is from the Dollar Tree, so let's get started. All right, so we're gonna be using a wreath frame from the Dollar Tree, and I've got my pipe cleaners from the Dollar Tree. And what I did is I went on to the two centers right here, and I wrapped the pipe cleaner around the two centers. So I started at the crossbar, did 2 in the center, crossbar, 2 in the center, crossbar. So I have a total of 19 pipe cleaners on here, okay? And like I said, they're all in the center. So they're all opened and whatnot. And then I have my mesh cut over there. Now this one is from Paper Mart. So it's 10 inches by 10 yards, and it's emerald Deco mesh. And Paper Mart is a great place to buy your mesh. That or the Wreath shop is where I usually try to get my mesh. And my handy dandy chair has got all of my mesh pieces. So 10 yards, I was able to break it down into inches, and then I went by how many pipe cleaners I had. So I have 18 pipe cleaners. I divided it by, I think it's 360 inches is 10 yards. If I'm wrong, please forgive me, which comes out to 20 inches per cut, per piece, because I wanted to use the entire roll. I didn't want to have any left over, and between 20 and 25 inches is typically like a normal cut for a wreath. Typically, it's not always the case, but 20 inches is not a bad amount to use, and I'll show you that right here. So for the entire roll, I cut 18 pieces by 20 inches. And then I had this roll that I got at the thrift store a couple years back, and it's this really pretty like ombre green to yellow. And I didn't have much of it, so again, I have 18 pieces. So I was like, well, maybe I can get 9 cuts, and I did, again, at 20 inches. So this will go every other one with a green. I'll show you, obviously I'm gonna show you, but that's what I have. So I have 18 of these 20-inch cuts, and then 9 of these 20-inch ones right here. Like I said, I got it at a thrift store. It was brand new, but I can't remember where it came from or whatnot. So anyways, we're gonna do a ruffle. Hold on, let me lay this up. We're gonna do a cruffle, woodland ruffle, whatever it's called. We're gonna scrunch this up. It's gonna look like a bow is basically what it is. So I like to tuck the edge, and then we're just gonna scrunch. I'm just gonna scrunch, 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 till we get almost to the edge, and then we're gonna pinch it, and it's gonna look like that. Like I said, it's gonna look like a little bow. And I'm gonna put it on the first one, and I'm gonna do it horizontal. You can twist this to go vertical, which eventually I'm going to do. It's gonna go like that, puff it out. All right, so that's the first one. We're gonna repeat the same process for this. And I'm just going, let me tuck my sleeves up. All right, because it's getting caught. All right, I'm gonna bend that over, flip that out, and then just scrunch. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. Now, I did say that this was gonna go on top of the green. So, if I do have, oh, I was hoping I had like a little clip next to me I might grab that here in just a second, but I'm gonna just hold it like this. And then I'm gonna do the same scrunching method with this piece. All right, see if I'm able to do this. See how much talent I have in my fingers. All right, so I have two. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay this on top, okay? So I have that, like so. All right, and instead of twisting it, because I already have the one next, I'm just gonna do the pipe cleaner. And like I said, we're gonna lay it in here horizontal. And it's gonna be thick, so you're gonna kind of have to use some finger strength to get this in here. And then, like so. All right, so that's our first one with the green on top. And I know it looks pretty like see-through, but once you start adding all the mesh, I promise it's gonna be so full and thick that you're not gonna be able to see through. And that was probably one of my biggest, I don't know why, it was like my biggest worry is that, oh my God, people are gonna see through it and they're gonna see the frame, and I don't know. And it actually hindered me from making several wreaths when I first started. Oh, I thought the door opened. So yeah, don't worry. It's gonna look really nice and full. Oh, this looks awesome already. So, and we're just gonna continue on, and I might kind of fast forward this a bit so you don't have to watch me do this entire wreath. But I also like to just show you the process, because again, when you're a beginner and you don't get to see the whole process, sometimes it can be, for me, it was a little frustrating. And then I'm like, what? But I didn't see, I don't know. I'm the kind of person where I'm like, I need to see the entire process, even if it's repetitive, just so I know that I'm doing it right. Does that make sense? Okay, there we go. We're gonna put that on top of that. Okay, and this is, both of these meshes have that very plasticky feel. So it is, you know, when you're dealing with the two, it's very like, I don't know, like not hard to hold down, but it's very thick. Okay, here we go. How does that look? We are gonna add some ribbon. We are gonna add this adorable troll ribbon. No, not trolls, gnomes. Gnome ribbon that I got at the Dollar Tree. This is 4 yards, so I also got that one. I got this adorable Lucky one, and then I just got 2 different greens, again, from the Dollar Tree, and they're 4 yards. And I'll explain my math, how I'm gonna cut those when we get to that. But again, we're just gonna go ahead and repeat this process all the way around. I'll show you one last one, and then I'm gonna speed this up and get this all done and be right back with you. But all right, here you go. And I have not made a wreath in quite some time. I took a little bit of a hiatus on wreaths because I ended up with more than I could possibly handle, and the wreaths weren't really selling here, and I wasn't shipping, I wasn't selling them online, I was only selling them here in my shop. And because of that, and because of the wall space and storage and all the things that go along with it, I did do a hiatus. Now that my website, and I didn't have my website, now that my website is up and running, I will ship these. So you can find these on my website. I'll have the link in the description box if you are ever interested in seeing some of my, or getting some of my wreaths, or just maybe like looking to see what wreaths are on there. So, all right, one more. But it does feel good to be making a wreath again. We'll see how many I can get done here at the shop, and take advantage and double dip while I'm hanging out here, and I've already got everything else done that needs to be done at the shop, so I figured why not. And I don't know, there's something about making a holiday wreath that I just love. I did not make any for Christmas this year, and it really broke my heart. All right, here we go. All right, let me fast forward this and I'll be right back. All right, so the wreath is complete. How do you like it? I love this little pop of yellow. You really can't see too much of the ombre, but that's okay. I really like how it's turned out. And now we're gonna add ribbon. All right, so I'm going to move the camera down because I don't have one of those fancy automated ones. Now, what I did is, I saw that there's 144 inches on here. So I'm like, okay, if I did this every other one, how many like cuts could I get out of it without, this is how I know. I can tell you, I am the queen of what not to do. So I have made wreaths and then I'm like, oh, just cutting away, and then get to the end. And then I'm like, I am short on just like one ribbon. So I learned that you got to do some math in order to get it precise. So I have 100, it's 4 yards, but it says right here, 144 inches. All right, so give or take, you know, a couple of inches. And I want to do it every other pipe cleaner. So that would be 9 pipe cleaners. So I divide the 144 inches by 9. That gives me 16 inches. So roughly I'll probably do 15 inches because, you know, you have to remember that like the tip of this is, you want to trim that off. When you get to the end, it might need a little trimming too. So you don't want to do it precise. You want to give yourself a little bit of give just in case the end doesn't work out. So anyways, so let me grab my scissors right here. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna do about, and I'm just gonna do this one for a sample. I'm not gonna individual, I have a roller that we can use. All right, like so, and I'm just gonna show you. So if I did 15, right about there. There is an easier way to cut, and I will show you that in just a second, but I just wanna show you. So we're gonna go about that length. This is 15 inches. And look at how adorable these little gnomes are. And just because I have it right here, I'm gonna cut the duck's tail, make them fancy. And like so. All right. Floor. So we're gonna have the fancy ends like so. I'm gonna put it into a pipe cleaner. I'm gonna do another ribbon, but I'm just showing you. We're gonna fold it in half, place it into a pipe cleaner, make it bow out like that. It's gonna be super adorable. Here's how I'm going to cut a bunch of ribbon at once. And once again, we're gonna use a Dollar Tree item. These little roller cutters, love, love, love. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw that onto the floor. All right, I'm gonna pair this up with that, cut this edge off. And all of these ribbons are 4 yards. Make sure when you are, you know, cutting your ribbon that you have the same size. I have once purchased ribbon where it was not the same amount as the other one, and that did not work to my advantage. Okay, I'm trying to think of how I can do this. Perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna lay these right here. I'm only gonna do 2 at a time because if I do more, I have a feeling my roller cutter will not be happy. So, like so, and then just cut on the 15, and then just repeat this. All right, I'm trying to make this work to the best. All right, it's a little challenging. Now, I know some people do not like using the Dollar Tree ribbon. I think it's affordable, they're adorable. Ribbon can be very costly. And so there are times where you do want like really fancy ribbon and you want it to be of a certain texture and double-sided and all the things, and you can get that again online. Paper Mart, the Wreath shop, and the craft outlet. Those are a few places, but if you're like, hey, I just want to make an adorable wreath, do not hesitate to go to the Dollar Tree. All right. And if you and your friends want to get together and like make a wreath, you can order on the Dollar Tree. You can order Dollar Tree online, and maybe you and your friends can go in on that, and you can actually buy in bulk, which is really nice. Okay. Oh, and the one thing, make sure it's wired. Make sure you have wired ribbon. See, I can already tell. All right, so this is, I'm gonna show you something here in just a moment. And because I was talking, I've lost count, but I already, okay. These both said 4 yards. Oh my goodness, I'm such a dork. I forgot I cut one already. I was like, Houston, we have a problem. But never mind. I stand corrected. That's too funny. Okay, so I'm gonna cut 15 on this. And I have some extra. And look at how they're both different lengths, even though they're both from a 4-yard roll. So very interesting. Okay, let me just make sure we have all of our pieces. Excuse me. So this is my leftover. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I didn't realize that I did that. So we're good. We are good. We do just have a tiny bit extra. All right. All right, guys. We're getting this. And I'm gonna do the green. So once again, I'm gonna pause. We're gonna come back and it'll all be ready to put onto our wreath. All right, I've got all the ribbon cut and we're gonna start placing. So I'm gonna do 2. I've got the sheer green and the gnome. And we're gonna fold this in half, like so. I'm going to pinch like this, and I'm gonna put it in a pipe cleaner and just give it a couple of twists. Now, I do know with any ribbon, but I'm gonna say particularly the Dollar Tree ribbon, it can tend to bend when you don't want it to, or, you know, bend in different ways. So you might have to readjust quite a bit. All right, I'm gonna show you what I just did. Okay. Ta-da, oh, ta-da. And I know the green is really hard to see. I just rolled the tails under, and so that was the gnome. We're gonna do light green and lucky now. And we're gonna do this all through the wreath. I'm gonna see if I can try to do this with the camera facing that. So again, pinch, let me find the pipe cleaner. So I try not to do too much adjusting for the ribbons, because once we're gonna be adding a shamrock 3-leaf clover on here, once you start doing all that, it's gonna kind of get messed up again. Okay, so, and then this, oh, okay, hold on. And this. So I'm gonna take this and then just tuck it under like so, tuck it under like so. And you're like, why did we even cut the ducktails if you're gonna tuck it under? because it makes it cute in case it comes undone. All right, and twist it like that. We're just gonna go around the entire wreath, and like I said, I've got a couple of decorative pieces. So we have this adorable 3-leaf clover that we can add to this, and then this three-part piece that I got from the Dollar Tree. This as well. That's why I said mainly everything is from the Dollar Tree. The mesh, I want to say, was like $5 or less, and then the one that I got at the thrift shop was like 99 cents. So it is definitely affordable. Okay, I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction. And so this is very affordable. It's the time, and I know somebody's gonna say, what would you sell this for? You have to account for all the materials that you're using in here, bottom line. If you got something on sale, never ever use the sale price, because if somebody's like, oh my God, I love that wreath, can I have one that's exactly like that? So say you made the sale wreath, okay? And then somebody's like, I want a wreath just like it. It was so adorable, because you already sold your sale one. Can you make me that wreath all over again? And now you go to buy your product, and guess what? It's not on sale anymore. So now the price that you originally told the person, yeah, I'll sell it for you, for that, because, you got your items on sale, you now can't go back to them and go, it's just not good business practice to go back and be like, well, I have to actually raise the price because, I bought it on sale before and it's not on sale anymore. You just can't do that. Or let me just say, go ahead and do it. I guarantee that person probably won't come back and purchase from you again. Then you don't get to make this, you don't get your money's worth, or you don't get the profit that you should. And so that's why I say never use a sale price. Just consider it a bonus for you if you were to get something on sale, like, hurrah for you, you were able to save a little bit of money. But it's like, we always don't get to buy things on sale. So again, bottom line, charge for the absolute basic, and always include the price for your time and knowledge. This is not something very easy to do. My wreaths did not look like this when I first started. This has taken years of practice, and your time is of value as well. So do that. I do it. I times everything by 2, so you can not only recoup the money that you spent to make the wreath, but then to go out and purchase more supplies if you wanted to make another wreath. And then factor in like the cost for your time, all that stuff. And then you can add on anything else that you feel is necessary for your product. And I say that because there's like packaging, there's all kinds of stuff depending on how you do this. Are you gonna put a label? Are you gonna do a backing on this? All of those things. You have to take in all of that. But I do have a wreath pricing tutorial if you are really interested on how to price things out. But yeah, if anything, the most important part of it is your time. Your time, because we all know that this is not an easy thing to do. So yeah, I'm excited to get this cutie patootie on the wall, and I'm loving all of this ribbon, and I like how it's tucked like so. And then we're gonna add this. It's just gonna be absolutely adorable. Let's see. I am ready to make Easter wreaths, Mother's Day, all the wreaths. I donated all of the wreaths that I had made throughout this channel. The ones that I had left, I donated them. So I donated them to a woman, and she was telling me all the people that she was going to, and like groups that she was gonna hand them off to, which made me feel really, you know, proud that they were gonna go to a good home. But yeah, I now have plenty of space for wreaths. All right, so this is basically what I am. Okay, how did I started laying the ribbons over here in the stack wrong, so I was grabbing the wrong ones. But all right, what is your favorite holiday to make a wreath for? Do you have a specific holiday where it's all about wreaths, or do you make one for every single holiday? I am super curious because I want to know. It's been, like I said, it's been quite a minute since making wreaths, so I'm like, what are people making wreaths for? I'm going to do one not specific to a holiday, but like for nursing, for nurses. I think that's what it is. And I actually bought this kit from a wreath shop. She's a woman. I have to look. Ooh, I'm bad. I have to look to see the name of the lady who I purchased this from. She's a very, very popular, she's all over social media. I think she has a YouTube, I'm not sure, but she's definitely all over Facebook. And I bought a wreath kit, and ooh, I hate to say that I bought it last year and I have yet to make it, but she's, you know, when you buy the wreath kit, like you don't get like the whole roll of ribbon, you get, you know, like the right amount that you need ribbon. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, am I going to do this right? So I will be showing that very soon. But yeah, it's like a healthcare wreath, and I'm excited to make that. Okay, I'm just trying to see where I'm at. Okay, got thrown off there for just a moment. All right. What do you guys think so far? Okay, hold on. There we go. Sometimes I get so focused that I forget that I'm showing you guys how to make this. I'm just like thinking about this wreath, and we're just about done. I think, oh gosh, we still have I still have a bunch of ribbons. So yeah, so what do you guys think so far? I made a few St. Patty's Day wreaths on here, and I do have to say, I am a trinket lady. I love trinkets on a wreath. All the doodads and super cutesy stuff. Oh, I love. I usually bring out my hot glue gun, and I've got all kinds of stuff to add. Okay, all right. I'm trying to make sure, because I feel like I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But yeah, and this is different, that I'm not adding so many trinkets to it. So it's definitely interesting that this is going to be a very simple yet adorable wreath. Oh, I'd give anything for a customer to walk in. I'm like, I wouldn't mind having to cut the video. And this is the thing about having a small business, especially in the early part of the year. It tends to be slow, and I do live in a very tiny town. I say very tiny. We have about 5,000 people here. It's a small town, not tiny, small. There are smaller towns around the lake, or cities around the lake, that have less people. So, ooh, no. Don't pull that. There we go. So yeah, it's been quiet, although it is a beautiful day. Oh, we have 3 left. Okay, we're getting there. We are just about there. And I do believe I need to pull out my hot glue gun, but I am gonna use pipe cleaners to fasten the little clover to the wreath, but I might need a little bit of glue for the other piece. All right, up, there we go. Is this? Ooh. Good thing for my hat, or else that would have been my head. Okay, couple more and we are done, and then I will show you what it looks like, how adorable this is. Again, using the Dollar Tree ribbon. Super, super cute. And once again, I'm just happy to be making a wreath. All right. One more piece of ribbon. All right, let's tuck that in there. And then the last one. And I'll twist that or fix that one here in just a minute. Okay, I'm like, there should be one left. We're right there. Now you can go back in and cut your pipe cleaners if that is what works best for you. Some people leave them. I think I might leave them because they're just, you know, they're the sparkly green ones. And so I think I might just leave them. And normally I cut them. I will cut them all the way down. Okay. All right, and then now we're gonna add our centerpiece on. But first I wanna show you what this looks like with just the ribbon. Okay, let me pan out once I tuck this. Oh my gosh, how cute. And like I said, you'll probably have to go back in and readjust, but I think it's adorable. Okay, we're gonna do this. This right here, and then I think we're gonna take pieces of this and like tuck it up here or tuck it down there, just to kind of go with the theme of the gnomes, because there's like the little gnomes with the top hats and whatnot. So let me heat up my glue gun, and I'll be right back to do the centerpiece. All right, so I've added pipe cleaners, as you can see, onto here, and then I added pipe cleaners. I just did a little dab of glue on the back, and I've added pipe cleaners to all of these pieces as well. This one has a pipe cleaner on the back, and like this. I used to take those and glue them directly onto the wreath. If you're still doing that, it's okay. What I learned through, like I said, I can tell you what not to do. So I would put the piece on here and then glue it down. I found that I had glue like dripping through it, and I have this glue gun at my house that uses like a drill battery. It's the Ryobi brand. Whew, let me tell you, that thing is boiling hot. Oh my gosh. And if you are like finagling with your wreath and you put this on here and it happens to drip all the way through and it gets on your fingers, it will take the skin off. I am not even joking. So I did not use that glue gun here today. I have my little plug-in one that I absolutely love. And was probably like a $5 glue gun that I have had for years. And I'm talking 10 years. It's lasted a long time. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna lay this right here, and I'm gonna move the camera down. So I'm gonna move that, or put this on here. Now I did give a gentle tug. Now I'm not gonna pull super hard on these pipe cleaners when I go to lay it down. It's not necessary to pull really hard. And I'm just gonna flip it over. Okay. And I'm just gonna see where these pipe cleaners fit. Now here's where it could get a little tricky, only because you have the mesh on there, and this particular mesh is very grabby. That's the only way I know how to put it. So it will get it'll grab your clothes, it'll grab everything. And I'm just trying to, oh, there we go. I found it. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that. Like I said, I'm not going to pull super tight, just gonna, and because of the puffiness, you know, you can't really pull too tight. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of a twist right there. Flip it back over, check it out. All right, we're still good. I'm gonna take these two and once again, thread it through the mesh. And, all right, there we go. And one more piece. Perfect. My fingers will fit. And then, like I said, don't pull too tight because you're gonna pull it right, the pipe cleaner is right off of the piece that you glued it down. And then I'm just going to tuck this and kind of wrap it around the frame just to make sure it's not gonna come off, at least not this way. So I'm just gonna wrap this around. I wanna make sure that this is really on there. And I'm gonna wrap this side too, now that I know that this is where it's gonna stay. Okay, how do you like that? Super cute. Now, like I said, you're gonna have to readjust your ribbon and whatnot, which is totally fine. That's why I said, don't put too much effort into adjusting the ribbon when you first put it on, because once you start adding more things, you'll have to readjust anyways. Now, with these, I know some people don't have the, don't have like a covered space where they're going to hang their wreath. So I recommend it's polyacrylic or something along those lines. Please don't get mad because I butchered the name. That is just what I do. There is a clear spray, a clear paint that you could put over this that will help this last longer. Will it make it 100% waterproof? I'm not even gonna say that. The can doesn't even say that, or the gallon or whatever it is doesn't even say that. But if you are gonna be putting this somewhere where weather is probably going to get to it, maybe some rain, sun, I just would spray this or paint this with a coat. You can even do Mod Podge if you wanted to, and it'll just give it a little bit more sturdiness. You know, it'll help it last longer. So just in case, like I said, you wanted to put that on, you know, somewhere where it might be out in the elements, that's what I've done, and it does help. Does it make it, like I said, 100% weatherproof? No, but it does help. All right, so now that we have that on, just trying to see, maybe I'll tuck this down here. I definitely know that this is going on here for sure, and I like this little spot. So see if I can kind of see where this is gonna go. Perfect. I was able to find the, right there. Is this the one to the, oh yeah, perfect. Let's give it, like I said, don't pull too hard on this. I just want to make sure that these are in fact, nope. I have my ribbon. Okay, hold on. That one's for sure. Oh, I did have it right. Okay. There we go. Give it a bunch of twist, and then, like I said, wrap it around the frame. And if you do at this point want to put a little dab of glue just to make sure that it stays in the correct position. Again, let me do this. Okay, so I might put a dab of glue. I don't, like I said, I don't have that screaming hot glue gun with me. So if it goes like that, it's kind of tucked off to the side, and maybe we'll put the top hat. Oh gosh, the top hat could be up there. That's gonna look adorable. Or actually on this side and then this side. Okay, I figured it out. We're gonna do the little legs on the other side. All right, let me finagle these through here. Oh, perfect. I love when like you flip it over and you can instantly see where those pipe cleaners are. My fingers can just grab it. All right, just wrap it again around the wires. Okay, perfect. All right. And again, you might have to readjust the ribbon. I think I pulled this one too tight, so I'm gonna readjust and loosen it up. All right, maybe not so tight. Pull that forward just a little bit. All right. Okay, let me see what it looks like now. Okay, much better. And then the top hat. So I kind of want it to go across. Right here. All right, I know where I want it to go. I just have to find that space. Okay. All right, let's make sure that it, there we go. And again, making sure that I'm not pulling it too tight. Okay, I had to see where it was at. So you see, okay, hold on, let me hold this in the correct position. Okay, this is what I want it to look like. There's the top hat, there are the feet, and there's the St. Patty's. I know because of the way the lighting is, I'm gonna turn the camera around eventually, but you can see how adorable this is. Now, like I said, when it comes to, then I gotta readjust all my ribbons. Let me pull the camera down again. I am gonna put a dab of glue right behind the legs to make sure that it stays like just in this one position, because that's where I really want it to be. I'm just gonna fix the ribbon. So I'm gonna do a tiny little piece. Be very careful with my fingers. And in fact, because I don't have like my little rubber things for my fingers, I'm just gonna use my scissors. All right. All right. And the glue is cooled off enough to where I can actually press it into the piece. All right. Perfect. And I think I'm gonna do that with the hat as well, just so it doesn't lose the specific position that I want it in. So I'm just gonna, not too much, but I want it to stay right there. All right, there we go. All right, let me turn this camera around so you can see it with the sun going in the right, or us standing in the right direction of the sun, so you can really see this beauty in all of its glory. So let me turn it around. All right, so here is our wreath. Got the little hat. I think I might put like a little shamrock. I have one at the house. But what do you think? Super cute, super full, got lots of ribbon, got the cute shamrock, clover, whatever you want to call it. It says Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, we had a customer. So anyways, so this is the St. Patty's Day wreath. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, the video. More wreath tutorials are coming your way. Like I said, I want to do that, the healthcare one. I believe it's a nurse one, but I have to double check when I get home. But this felt good. It's been a while, so this felt really good. So if you do like these kind of tutorials, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to hear from you guys, and what wreaths do you guys love making? I do have a few in mind that I want to make. They're not going to be all holiday themed, but yeah, I feel the itch to make wreaths again. So definitely look forward to more tutorials. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was easy to follow. And again, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you never miss an episode. And have a wonderful weekend. It is Friday here, so I hope you have a wonderful weekend wherever you may be. And I'll see you guys again in my next tutorial. Bye, guys.